Alright, so we're back with another first listen, and this time it is
Amon Amarth.
I fucking love Amon Amarth.
Amon Amarth.
I learned about these dudes through Charlie. It was, God, how long ago was it? Like 4 years ago?
4 or 5 years ago,
He was like, dude, check out Amon Amarth, man. They're like Viking metal. I'm like, sweet.
I mean, their music, almost every song you can just envision epic battles, ships coming up to the shore, pillaging and burning, and I mean, it even starts it off.
Heavy metal has been always and always will be like my first music love. Like
that was the most eccentric genre out there, man. I mean,
it has probably the most subgenres out of anything, and probably it's become.
There's more subgenres in metal than there is music anywhere else.
Yeah.
I mean, you put music and subgenres, and you got about half of metal.
Yeah, for real.
You got black metal, death metal, math metal, Viking metal.
Power metal.
Teresa's, I think, covers Viking metal a little bit better than.
Yeah, I like them. I like Teresa's a little more than these guys, but I like the energy and just the.
Amon Amarth, you just feel camaraderie. You want to gather 100 people and just break stuff and burn stuff.
Yeah, man. You just want to fucking ride out in the seas. You want to pillage. You want to just, because Teresa's, they have a good way of making their music sound grand and epic, and like you can see the story that they're telling. But like with Amon Amarth, you feel like you're a part of
They need to do an album together, dude.
Yeah, they do, man.
Teresa's needs to do interludes for Amon Amarth.
Yeah, they do. But like with Amon Amarth, you sort of feel like you're on the front lines with
the
them.
sword in the hand.
Yeah, man. And it's like, this song is called Deceiver of the Gods.
The title track. Which they always start off with the title track, usually. I mean, with reverse of what we were saying with Nick Cave. Nick Cave's always different. Amon Amarth always plays it safe. You're going to get the same in your face, but it always kicks ass. And if you can play it safe and kick ass, that's alright with me.
Hell yeah. And check this out. I love this fucking album cover. Look at that. You got the Vikings all ready to battle, and you got, who the hell's up here, man? One of the gods.
The
Thor,
god.
okay, yeah, it's Thor. I see the hammer. I'm not very good with my, I'm not that smart. And then and here you got Thor again on a chariot. That's so cool. And then you got this dude with his horns, man. He's blocking it with his shield. And then yeah, I got the Nick Cave sitting in there, and like you got some clouds. That's fucking awesome. So where's the actual code CD? Here you go. Let's check out the lyric book here. Sweet ass fucking cover, man. And then you got the dude on the shield again, and you got like a lot of Vikings. This is a rockin' track. Shitload of more damn battlers. And then you got the band. What I like about this is they just dress fucking normal, you know, like I dig Teresa.
They look like fucking Vikings, dude.
Yeah,
they
it's
look like
like
they'd be on the shit coming off.
They just look like normal dudes, man, but fucking, they don't look like they could put something like this out. They just look like dudes you could hang out with and, you know, drink some beer, smoke a J. Oh, and you got another little dude over there. That's some tight stuff, man.
Yeah, their artwork, their direction, I mean, it's always the same, but it's always badass and better than the last one.
Like, with Odin on Our Side is a little lame as far as artwork goes. It's just that emblem on the front.
Yeah.
But
we had 2 editions for the album, which they got a special edition, which I don't think they ever released a normal edition to it. But
and that's another thing I love about this band.
They love their fans. They always packaging, man. You always get a DVD. I mean, this one's a little different. If you ain't got it, buy the special edition. It comes with a little 4-track EP called Under the Influence, where they play music in Motorhead style, AC/DC style. It's alright, but I mean, I always love their packaging because they either come out with a bonus CD that's got a full freaking concert to it, or they release a DVD that's a 3-disc DVD set for $15. I mean, most bands, they're like, oh, we need to put that in a box set and sell it for $60.
Yeah. And all their CDs, man, I've picked them up at Best Buy. They'll be like $10, but you'll get 2 discs. You might get a DVD. You might get a, I think, what is it? Odin on Our Side comes with like a bonus disc of like demos and shit.
That one I think had demos. Either that one of them had demos and the other one had a live concert.
Yeah, I think Twilight night of the Thunder God had the concert.
And they just sound as epic live, and that's one thing I love about, I mean, because they're more, I guess you would say, melodic death metal or death metal than
it's
Viking
very
metal.
similar to Death Clock, like it's just,
That shit's bad. And they've gotten a lot more progressive with their guitars and a little bit more flashier on solos, but yeah, whenever I first heard Death Clock, I was like, Amon Amarth.
yeah.
Like Mermaider, dude, that sounds like it could be an Amon Amarth song. But I love how clear his vocals are too. You can hear word for word what he's saying.
Yeah, it's like he's got the screaming growls, but you can understand him if you listen.
Yeah. And they're always about epicness and battles.
So this song is called As Lake Falls.
No, Loki.
Oh, As Loki Falls. Shit, I can't see it from over here. The TV's like flat. It looked like an A.
I mean, this album, you can go all the way through. This is a writing album.
Yeah, this is a dry fucking fast album, dude.
This is the Make It in Atlanta in about 45, 50 minutes album.
Yeah, man.
And the whole time your hand's going to be out the window like you got a sword.
Hell yeah, dude. It just makes you want to ride a horse.
It makes you want to do a lot of things,
Yeah,
dude. I mean, it's the one thing I love about Amon Amarth. They're a safe album for me to ever buy. I'm like, hey baby, talking to my wife, hey baby, like we were at the mall yesterday. There's a new Amon Amarth, get it. I mean, there's no hesitation. Them, Nick Cave. I mean, there's never a hesitation. If Mars Volta ever came out with a new album, she'll try to talk me out of getting it. But these bands, I mean, hell, I think I've heard her bump this album more in the last 2 days since I've got it than I've listened to it.
Sweet. That's fucking rocking so far. Like, it is more of the same, but it is good more of the same. Because there are some bands who, when they do more of the same, I get really bored with it.
It sounds dead.
But fucking Amon Amarth, it's like every album is uniquely different, yet the same. It's sort of like
their horse is still alive while they kick it.
yeah, hell yeah, yeah. They're kicking
They're not kicking a dead horse
they're
yet.
kicking an alive horse. It'll be dead one day.
But so will they.
Yeah. Let me see your lighter, man. That's cool.
I just love that chugging sound that they get to.
Yeah, that shit rocks.
Like I said, they got flashy with the guitars because they never had lead riffs like that through their songs.
Yeah, like I was like some of those earlier ones were a little more just straight up metal, you know.
Melodic. I mean, just. I mean, I think the only one that you really had a lot of progression in the guitar was Twilight of the Thunder God, the song on that album, but you had a guest guitarist on that album. I mean, on that song. I don't remember his name, but he shredded, obviously.
This is Father of the Wolf.
This one's pretty good.
So do you guys dig any Amon Amarth? Have you guys checked them out? Tell us what you think, because I love them. Charlie loves them.
If you like metal, you love them too.
But like I was saying, like old Charlie showed me these guys. Metal's always been like my first music love. It was one of the first early styles that I started paying attention to and really getting into. And over the years, in my mid-20s, you know, I've sort of chilled out with the metal and started checking out a lot of different styles of music. I don't want to say I strayed away from metal because I'll always love heavy metal, but I haven't picked up a lot of heavy metal in maybe the past couple of years. I've mostly been picking up a lot of jazz and prog and just exploring, you know, it's all part of my musical journeys, and the metal is a huge part of my musical journeys.
I think I've been about the same way, Shine. I still pick up Amon Amarth, Black Dahlia Murder. I'll pick them up anytime they release something. But I mean, you got so many bands that sound the same that I mean,
yeah.
Whenever it comes to this kind of music, there's only one or two bands that I really want to listen to.
It's Zach. Yo, what's up? What's up? What you doing? Oh, he passed out. He fell asleep.
Told you.
Well, shit, we still got 2 more CDs to do. Come on over. Like, huh? We Black Dahlia Murder and Yeah still to do. We're in the middle of Amon Amarth right now.
We'll do Black Dahlia. I won't have time to do that one today. We can come back.
Coming? Alright, man, I'll see you in a minute.
But I mean, there's solos that evolve.
He sounded fucking like, oh man, I'm passed out, man.
It's Sunday, dude. Zach falls asleep around 2 o'clock every Sunday.
This is a rockin' fucking CD, man. Shapeshifter! He's a shapeshifter! He shifts his shapes!
More of that epicness. Like
It's
I
like
said,
you're
this
just
is hard.
climbing
This is hard to
mountains,
even
man.
sit down and listen to, man.
It's open chest metal. It's like I'm just opening a fucking chest and I'm getting a badass sword, man.
And a shield, a horn, yeah.
This is stuff you play when you're this is the music you turn on when you're playing Skyrim or Legend of Zelda or hell, even Fable. Fable would rock with this.
I think Skyrim embodies it the best.
Oh, it
Just
damn
epic
sure does.
dragon fights.
It
and just-
damn sure does. Have you you gotta go buy it. You will love that game, dude. Yeah. Cause like, check it. When I first bought Teresa's album back, back in 2008.
On Vanguard Way or whatever.
Yeah, Varangian Way. I was playing that shitty fucking King Kong game for Xbox 360. We were trying. We
Was that the
were
achievement whore days?
Yeah, they're the achievement war days. And I was like, this is such a painful fucking video game to play, man. But then I turned on the Teresa's and I'm running around with my infinite fucking spears and shit. I'm like, this game rocks now.
Wasn't there a Miley Cyrus game? No, a Hannah Montana that
Yeah,
went to the
yeah,
achievement
yeah.
point count. I'm sitting there, I hit dashboard one time and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? Hannah Montana? The game?
Yeah, we didn't buy, we rented through Gamefly a lot of kid games and shit because they're easy to get 1,000 points.
If you're an achievement whore, get Avatar.
Yeah.
2 minutes, you got 1,000 achievement points.
Yeah, Avatar, the Airbender game, I remember that. You just sit in the corner, man,
You're throwing them things and you see 50 achievement points, 100, 200. You have unlocked all the achievements. Alright, fuck this game done.
So this next track is Under Siege
This
2
song's bad,
Dark
man.
Territory. Steven Seagal reference for you. Under Siege. Yeah, man. Fucking galloping metal, dude. It's like
You just imagine being on the horse.
hell yeah. It's like you want to ride on a horse with headphones on, you know, but then you want to put the headphones on your horse too, so he like knows
rhythm.
Yeah.
This is shit that makes you think about riding a horse, battles, cutting the heads off, and
Hell yeah, dude. Hanging out with Vlad the Impaler. You got Countess Bathory on your side. You're just riding, man.
yeah, this is one of those that when you told me when they come to town that we have to go to see.
Yeah, we'll have to fucking definitely see them.
Shit, the DVDs I've seen, they're pretty badass live. I love metal bands that the singer don't give a fuck. That rocking with the shirt off and beer gut, man boobs and everything. That's awesome, dude. You're not a sex symbol, you're a fucking lead singer of a metal band.
Hell
Look like
yeah,
one.
dude.
That's what they do. There's like 3 inches of blood, man. I love the way Piper looks because haggard looking beard. I mean, the hair metal band's got it all wrong. That isn't the way metal musicians look. They drink too heavy to be looking
You know,
that
even
thin.
with hair metal, it's hard for me to call them metal. I mean, people call them metal, but to me it's like they were just the new embodiment of heavy rock and roll, you know?
They're arena rock.
Yeah, it's like they were the 80s version of, it's like, you know, it's like they were the 80s version of Kiss, and then Kiss became the 80s version of Kiss. I mean, just decent rock and roll, you know, just heavy enough for the
You always had that
kids.
one amazing guitar player that could play some of the flashiest guitar solos. I mean, look at Mr. Big. Mr. Big fucking sucked. But you look at Paul Gilbert, oh my god, that dude shreds, man.
Yeah, it's like
what the hell?
the hair metal guys, those are some of the bands that like I like a lot of them, but then I hate a lot of them. I fucking hate Warrant. I'm not a big Motley Crue fan, but I love Guns N' Roses. I love
Guns N' Roses wasn't really a hair metal band.
yeah, to me they were more borderline sleaze. Like they were like
And
a
Motley
tame
Crue was
Wasp.
sleaze metal too.
But like them to me, they still embodied that hair metal sort of. They all embodied the hair metal emphasis, but
They did. Axl Rose with that big ass ugly red
but
hair.
like to me, some of them pulled it off better than others. Like I love Wasp. Like Wasp is awesome, and like
fuck like a beast.
yeah, and Guns N' Roses is like a tame Wasp. And like Motley Crue is more like a flashy Wasp. You know what I mean? Like Motley Crue it's tame, but there's a little sleaze.
See, I can
in
dig
there.
Motley Crue a whole lot better than I can over like Poison.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
not a Poison fan.
Nah, fuck Bret Michaels.
I like the Every Rose Has Its Thorn because I hate the power ballads, but I dig the power ballads. I just dig the cheesiness that it embodies. Like my first introduction to Every Rose Has Its Thorn was Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. What's the meaning of life? Well, it's every rose has its thorn. And I'm just like, hell to the no, what is this? Then I hear the Every Rose Has Its Thorn, you know, a couple years later, I'm like, oh, so that's where that's from. And because I was a little kid, my dad turned it on the VCR. I was like 7 or 8 when I first saw Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
I love
Slap
the
the
way
bass.
they recorded the bass is more prominent sounding on this compared to most. I mean, like Death Clock, the cartoon had the best. I mean, they made Murderface like it didn't even need to be here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with most metal, you can't even hear the damn bass.
I know, there aren't many, you know, there's Cliff Burton, you know, you can hear his bass coming on out.
Well, I mean, Metallica's always left their bass at good levels. I mean, and they're not as great now as they were, but I mean, everybody had their sound, and you can hear every instrument in there. And I think a lot of the times, I mean,
That's another reason I love Typo Negative so much is Peter Steele's bass is so prominent in there. It's as fuzzy and deep as the guitars, but you can tell the distinction.
But you don't hear bass that prominent in metal like this.
Oh yeah, especially metal like this.
It gets drowned out with the vocals and the double bass.
Oh yeah.
And then the guitars are turned up way too high, and it's not. I mean, that's one thing I give with Amon Amarth. They probably have some of the best mixed albums.
That is true. They have some decent ass mixing going on.
Who is their producer?
And so this next song is Blood Eagle.
Andy Snip, you're the man. I love it. Oh, that shit sounds like Slayer, dude. That sounds like South of Heaven.
It does. And to me, heavy metal, for some reason, it fits Viking themes, medieval themes. To me, some of my favorite styles are the Viking and more medieval guys, and even the more Satanist guys. It just fits that stuff so well. But when you get epic like this, I mean, heavy metal was meant to be made with Vikings and medieval themes.
Well, it's
and like,
violent music, man. Think about it. You're shredding the guitar. I mean, think how fast the drums are, the double bass. I mean, there's nothing positive that comes out of on double bass.
seriously, like it's positive on like you like it note.
Well,
but
Dragon
like,
Force, I guess you can say they made metal positive and happy.
Dragon
and everything,
Force
but
is so awesome, but also so boring at the same time.
it's musical masturbation.
Yeah.
Dragon. I can get into Dragon Force a little
I
bit,
love
but like
Lost
Dream
in the
Theater,
Damned.
I can't get into that kind of
I
stuff.
love
'cause it's-
Dream Theater, man. I love Dream Theater. I am
they sit
wet.
there and they're like,
I am wet for Dream
oh my
Theater,
god,
man.
did you hear my
It's
guitar
like-
solo?
It's really though. It's not about the guitar solo. To me, Dream Theater sounds like heavy metal, yes. Like close to the edge, yes. But with heavy metal. Now, Dream Theater late 90s to now, yeah, a little boring, but Jesus Christ, the early fucking Dream Theater is like heavy metal Rush. It's like 2112 with metal. It just rocks so
I can
hard.
hear that. Man, I remember a year or so ago, the last time I actually had to listen to Dream Theater because I was in the car. I'm sitting there staring at the dude I'm riding with the whole time, like, why the fuck are you making me listen to this? I mean, I could never get into Dream Theater, man.
They're so awesome, dude. They're so awesome.
I remember, because I got a Dream Theater CD at Flipside Records, because Adam kept telling me, he's like, man, you can check them out. I was like, man, I never got into them. He's like, hey, man, I'm going to give you this CD. You bought enough music from me, just take this CD with you. I think you're going to like it. I went back to Flipside 2 or 3 days later to go get some more music. I was like, hey, man, you can have that shit.
Oh,
you didn't like it? No, man, this shit's annoying. I mean, I don't know why. I guess it was the stuff I've heard. The keyboards are almost too prominent in some parts, and
the keyboards make it massive, man. It's like, I love Dream Theater.
I just see like a massive cheese or whatever. It's cheesy.
Yeah, it's cheesy as hell, man. But shit, it's like Yes Prog, dude. It's all cheesy.
But see, Yes didn't know better. That's their excuse. They didn't have 20 years to go by and say, that shit is cheesy. It's good, but fuck, lose the vocals, because that's really cheesy. And those keyboards, tone them down a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah, the vocals are a bit too high. Like, I'm not a big fan of the high registers.
Geddy Lee's the only one that can pull it off to me for some reason.
See, Geddy Lee is the one who annoys me the most.
Really?
Yeah, like on his earlier records, he had sort of a scratchiness to it. So I was like, I can get behind that. But once Permanent Waves come out, the scratchiness is gone, and it's just that more clean falsetto high. But like, I love John Anderson's voice because there's a small raspiness to it. It does make me cringe sometimes, but there's a raspiness in there that I like. That's why I really don't like the vocals on Styx. Like, I love some Styx, but their vocals, like, it just gets too high and too clean. And same thing with Dream Theater. I love their music, but their vocals does get a little too high and too clean. It's like, yeah, but
I mean, their guitar's that Asian guy or whatever.
Yeah,
that dude is
amazing.
So
amazing, man.
But it's this song's bad. This is we shall see more.
Hell yeah. But yeah, man, but that's cool. I mean, you don't have to like Dream Theater. Fucking, I love them. I am wet for some Dream Theater.
See, I'm wet over Between the Buried Me. That's progressive.
I'm wet over that
to
too, man. Like, to me, that's good new progressive metal. It's like, to me, Dream Theater is progressive metal in a way.
90s.
Well, not from the 90s, but in a way, they're sort of respecting the old progressive rock sound and sort of mixing that sort of popular metal sound with it. Whereas the new progressive metal stuff, like Between the Buried and Me, they're doing it like for this new generation, you know? It's like, I love the screams, but I love the melodic fucking progressive music. To me, they're taking progressive metal in a great fucking direction. And like, whereas Dream Theater...
bands 5-10 years from now, that's got to go after Between the Buried Me.
Yeah,
because Between the Buried Me followed up Dream Theater.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, because they've gone to such an aspect between time changes in the songs, the vocals from going to falsettos to being heavy and just...
To me, they have the right balance of everything about progressive music. And whereas...
And it took the last 2 or 3 albums for them to get there. I mean, the last one was good, Silent Circus was good, and their self-titled was good, but it got overbearing. Now they figured out that balance of how to be heavy as shit, and then whenever it's like, alright guys, then they go into the smooth jazz breakdown or this little almost
I love it when they
guitar.
touch the jazz, man. I love jazz music, and when I hear jazz fusion, I love some jazz fusion.
You need to listen to Trioscapes. That's the drummer from Between the Buried Me. His jazz band is either the drummer or the bass player.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
But it's drums, bass, and keyboards. I think keyboards or sax.
Sweet.
But it sounds like it's King Crimson wormhole progression.
Awesome. Awesome. I love King Crimson. My favorite prog bands are the more cerebral prog bands like King Crimson and Gentle Giant, and Pink Floyd, of course. Because they didn't use the high vocals, you know, they were more deep. I'm a bigger fan of the deep vocals, and But like
That sounds cheesy.
I like the high vocals on Yes because it sounds as majestic as the music, I guess. You know, it sounds as it's so fantasy-like, you know, and it's just, but it does get pandering. Like I'll hear, especially if it's just John Anderson by himself on a vocal part, I get a little bored, like, because there's a lot of that on Tales from the Topographic Oceans where he's singing by himself, and it's like, okay, that's enough. Yeah, let's get some Steve Howell turned on here.
Get a keyboard solo going or something.
Yeah, how about turn Rick Wakeman up? This next song is
Heel.
Hell. H-E-L. H-E.
I didn't dig this song at first, but in the middle it gets so badass because it's got these. Oh, I mean they got some weird chants that they've never used.
Shit. I love choir stuff in metal, man.
Choir in anything, dude. Like the new Yeah 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 song, Sacrilege. They put the choir in that. I mean, anytime you embody, and that's why I love Edward Sharp because they get a big choir feel into it.
Yeah,
choir
I think so much Edward Sharp, man. Like my buddy Kyle brought me their CD last year, and I was like, this is different. This is
It's communion music. That's all it is. I mean, you got 12 people playing music together.
And I just like the more acoustic-y, fucking gospel-iness to it. No, shit.
There's definitely heavy gospel and
it's got a nice echoey electric meets acoustic kind of sound.
this shit's heavy as fuck too. I wish them and Death Clock would go on tour together.
That would be awesome, man.
Or at least get Brandon Small to do vocals with them.
Yeah,
man.
fuck
That'd be
yeah,
great.
dude. Fuck yeah.
Because I hear that right here, this is bad.
Yeah.
That is so epic.
You're like riding through the fucking deserts, man. The pyramids are in the background.
This is almost them hitting a Teresa's moment.
Yeah, seriously. I wish that they would do a lot more of that because that's what I love about Teresa's is when they go into their orchestral moments with the choirs, you feel like you're on the fucking boat with them storming the beaches. Like these guys, you know, you feel more like you're in the front lines on the ground, you know, and you're in the midst of the battle. Like Teresa's, they're more about like getting to the battle, you know.
See, they got some dude named Messiah something singing vocals with this one, hitting the little 80s sounding.
I really like that.
Yeah.
The really low growl scream with the sort of low fucking clean singing. That was beautiful.
I don't know if it is because I got Nocturnal Rice was one of those bands I got into and got out of real quickly because they hold a very cheese factor going on with them.
I haven't heard of them.
But their vocals, they got the same vocals. I mean, they're are like what the dude's singing, the secondary vocalist. And that was the first thing that went to my mind. I was like, is that the cat from? This shit's bad.
This is Coming Up the Tide.
And of course,
Coming Up the Tide!
Amon Amarth album, the last two songs are usually the best. I mean, their album's solid neat all the way through. I mean, it's always good, but they always begin an album and end an album so great. I mean, like that beginning riff, you almost have like little power metal feel to it.
Yeah, that's something I did like about them is they're remotely melodic death, but there is a power metalness to their riffs. Like I told you when I first picked up with Odin on Our Side, I'm like, it sort of reminds me of a better Dragon Force, like a death metal Dragon Force. I'm like, there's the melodicness of Dragon Force, but it is much more aggressive. It's much more. It sort of knows what it wants to be, you know, a lot more than like Dragon Force. I can dig some Dragon Force,
but I think his name's Kim Lee, the long-haired guy from Dragon Force, the Asian guy, the really fast guitar player. He was in a band before Dragon Force that sounds a lot like Dragon Force, but with better vocals than those keyboards.
See, I really dug it at first with his very high vocals because I was like, it's like a new Iron Maiden. It's like a new Grim Reaper.
But after about 40 guitar solos and 3 songs, you get kind of old. And you're
I
like,
got what is it? the big popular one that came out over here, that was the one where I sort of started to, with
Human Rampage?
no, not that one. Yeah, that one. And no,
it was the one before that.
it was the one with
Because in Human Rampage, I didn't get that one. Through Fires and Flames.
Yeah, it's the
that's
one
got
with
that song on it. I know what song. Yeah. That was the first one I got. Then I got the two before that.
Yeah, the two before that were the ones I heard. Those David found them online, man, back in like 2003, and we had was like 5 or 6 songs from each album, and like they were on this rickety old burned disc. And like then all of a sudden they came to America with that big album with Through the Fire and Flames, and I wasn't digging it that much. I was like, it's
It is
good.
a Rampage.
Okay, so it isn't Human
Because
Rampage.
Beatdown was
Ultra Beatdown's the
That
one I
CD
didn't pick up. It sucked. I didn't pick it up.
I heard like 2 or 3 songs off, and I was like, damn.
You know they picked up a new singer though. The other guy, whoever sang first left.
Really?
Yeah, but they haven't put anything out new.
I always thought it was interesting because I always read like them getting a lot of flack, saying that they sped up their guitar solos and shit. And I'm like, man, watch the dude play.
Yeah, for real.
He's like ranked, I think, number 3 in the world as being the fastest guitar player.
He's a bad fucking guitar player though.
I hate the guitar player.
He turns my inferiority complex on way the fuck up. But that's when I realized I'm not trying to be a metal guitarist. I'm trying to be
cram 100
myself.
notes in
Yeah.
5 seconds.
It rocks so hard.
See, that's the one thing I always liked about Amon Amarth. They always throw a solo here and there, but they weren't a solo metal band. They didn't have flashy guitar solos. It was, the songs aren't very long. It was always straight to the meat. I mean, they were giving you what they want, and they're not trying to show off.
Yeah.
I mean,
really
with
like
metal,
it.
you do have to have guitar solos. I mean, that's always been
That's always been the
backbone
staple.
of metal.
Yeah, that's always been the staple is the guitar and
then the last one,
Yes,
Warriors of the North.
the warriors of the North. I see the warriors of the North. I've been trying to work on my Scottish accent, not too well at it yet.
Gonna rock a kill and everything.
It's the warriors of the North. See, I can't do it too well.
We Warriors of the North.
It's the warriors of the North. I can sing songs, like if I'm singing with Dropkick Murphy, I can throw some Irish, did they lower you down? See, I can
But look at Ozzy. He can sing. I mean, you can understand him when he fucking sings. He talks like. That shit always entertaining. And that's always been the entertaining thing, man. Like, listening to foreign bands like Turbo Negro and all that. You hear them talk and their accent is so thick. But whenever they sing, it's like, why don't you try singing when you talk? Because I can understand you better then.
Yeah.
Because he talks like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like the first time I ever heard Shirley Manson's real voice.
Oh, that British accent that she
Scottish, I believe, or Irish something, man. She was up. I've always heard her sing. I dug some garbage growing up. Zach's here. What's up, dude?
Yeah, I always had a boy crush whenever I was about 12 or 13 on Shirley Manson. God, she was sexy.
When I first heard her voice, it was when they were putting Blondie in the Hall of Fame, the Music Hall of Fame, and she got up there and she had a little speech about Blondie, and I was like, whoa, that's her real voice? I was like, wow, she doesn't sound like that when she's singing.
I think that might have been my first introduction to hearing somebody talk different. I think the best story I've ever heard was dude going to see a death metal band and dude, alright guys, thank you, y'all have a good evening. Like, what the fuck? Little metalhead Mike that worked at the mall.
Any final thoughts on this Amon Amarth CD?
Just another kick-ass Amon Amarth CD. Like I said, they play it safe, but for them, safe is good. Their horse is still alive, and they'll kick it until they die.
Yeah, man. I really dig this album. Like, they're the kind of band that every album has been better than the last, but not in a way that it makes the old ones sound weak. I can still go to the old ones and rock out, whereas the new ones, I can rock out more to it. Shit. If you fucking rock out to Amon Amarth, go pick it up, man.
Get the special edition, get the EP.
Yeah, get the special one. And so,
Or get it on vinyl if you're a vinyl head. The picture disc is awesome as shit.
Oh yeah, get the vinyl one. I love some vinyl. We're vinyl collectors, all of us here.
It's fucking $25 or I can buy the CD for 10. Sometimes you gotta make sacrifices.
Yeah, but Zach just showed up. We're gonna review this Black Dahlia murder next. So we'll see you guys later.